let's look at the Alchemical Tarot. This is the renewed 4th edition. I remember the first one, and it typically came with a large book, and I always was, I really wanted the deck. I thought the artwork was wonderful. So this is in print now. I'm glad it was out of print for a while. Now it's back in print, and I think it is a very nice deck. So let's open it up. Actually, this one's fairly new. Standard box. And this one does not have a little white book or a card that tells you about the deck or the artist or anything. But the Robert Place is the artist, and I love the artwork on the back, which is the same on this. But it's not reversible. But I love that alchemical. We have this really nice person with. It's just very cool looking. So it says. This edition has been designed with transparent colors over an antique paper. Alchemical symbols have been added, such as the symbols for the operations, illustrating that the trumps can describe the magnum opus. Born from mystical vision and achieved after years of research, the Alchemical Tarot uses the symbolic language of alchemy as a tool for unlocking our inner wisdom. Each beautifully drawn card captures real alchemical symbols. The deck can be used by readers at any level. I don't know that much about alchemy. I know the essentials, but it's kind of interesting to see an alchemical take on the tarot. So let's look at the cards. We have the Fool. Instead of a dog, we have a white rabbit. There's no precipice. Oh, I should tell you, the cards are fairly slick. The publisher is Hermes Publications or Hermes. Robert M. Place Tarot is where you can find this. I found this on Amazon, and it's usually normal price for a tarot deck. Nothing crazy, but it is a lovely deck. So we have the Fool. The Magician. I love this. This is Mercury, or Hermes or Hermes, however you want to say it. But the artwork is... This is actually my favorite card. I love this one, the High Priestess. This one, if you notice, some of the letters are, the first letter of each one is in red. That's a little different, but I love the symbols on it. I love her in the crescent moon boat, sort of a Minerva card. The Empress. I mean, the artwork is beautiful. I love the line work. I mean, the bodies are shaped well. The faces look great. The Hierophant. Notice the book he's opening does not look... It's more alchemical than biblical. The Lovers. Sort of a copulation card. The Lovers. This is the good one where they're not copulating, so you could switch them out. It's kind of neat that it gave you 2 versions of the Lovers, and they can be, you don't keep both of them in there if you don't want to. Chariot. This is interesting because it's behind the Chariot. There's 2 horses, no Sphinx. You also have sort of a Wheel of Fortune above there. There's no canopy. And if you look, the Chariot is sort of floating and hovering. Justice. It's funny, Justice is never blind in the tarot, it seems. I love the head, the flames, the sword. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Sort of an Ouroboros thing. They're eating the tail. Strength. I mean, that's a neat card. The Lion is green. The Flaming Heart. the Hanged Man, a snake, sort of representing temptation, almost evil, coins falling out of the pockets or the hands. The leg is not crossed though, it's just kind of out there in the face. It's almost like he's been sprung a trap and was all of a sudden, like, caught off guard. Death. That's a pretty universal death card, but instead of a sickle, it's an arrow. Arrow's pointing. The black sun he's standing on, crow on the shoulder. Temperance. A different take on the card, but we still have the two vessels. We have a river, but there's no water involved. It's more like smoke. The Devil. Interesting take. Two-headed person, sort of a hermaphrodite, standing on the red dragon. The Tower. We actually have sort of an alchemical furnace that's being broke. Two people, flames inside. Blood and silver, or blood and water. The Star. Here we have, this should be familiar, the Starbucks siren. The sirens were typically depicted differently than mermaids. They had two tails. She has either blood and milk coming out of her breasts. The sky is full of symbols, beautiful sun and moon, and then the planets, and then we have the eye in the middle. The Moon, amazing card. Two dogs, which we normally have, the white and the black, holding the moon, the goddess, sort of Minerva. Cancer, there's the crab. Pisces, there. And we have some symbols that I don't know what that is, but it's almost like, if I knew more, I could say, but I'm not. The Sun, here we have again male and female. And we have the sun, they're sort of hovering with a crown. The moon is in the sky, with a village down below and a road. Judgment. I love the parrot wings. There's also an eye in the cloud, like an all-seeing eye. We have wheat growing out of a skull. A man and woman being lifted up. The woman's lifted up out of the ground. The World. With the elements, the four elements, love, winged feet, sort of Mercury, but not quite Mercury. And here we go into we're going into the Pentacles. And the Pentacles are not Pentacles or coins or similar. And these are all in order, so going through these fairly quickly. The artwork is just, it's done very, very well. The alchemical symbols on the coins or the pentacles, I recognize that one. That's the Owl of Athena. This card's neat. I like the coins over the eyes. Eye of Horus there, Mercury. The Lady of Coins. The Knight of Coins. The Queen of Coins. The Cornucopia. And the, that symbol is, I forget. King of Coins. It's not a man, it's a lion. And here we go into the cups, which are flasks. I love this one. Balancing. The Alchemical Furnace. Lady of Vessels. Knight of Vessels. Queen of Vessels. King of Vessels, which is an animal, not a person. So here we have swords. Pretty violent card with the book. The Lady of Swords. The Knight of Swords, sort of a St. George card. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Wands or batons or staves. Staves, staff. This one's pretty cool. The Phoenix. The Lady of Staffs. Knight of Staffs. Queen of Staffs. And we have the Dragon. And that's it. So that's the fourth deck, the Alchemical Tarot Renewed. Yeah, the artwork is really nice. I just noticed if you look at the card here, you have the sun and the moon in the eyes. Anyway, that's the review. Thanks for watching.